In a world of chaos, anime isn't just entertainment, it's wisdom in disguise. These 120 quotes are more than words. They're life lessons from legends. Welcome to Dr. Donovan. Let's reshape your mindset. If you don't like your destiny, don't accept it. Instead, have the courage to change it the way you want it to be. Knowing what it feels to be in pain is exactly why we try to be kind to others. A person grows up when he's able to overcome hardships. Protection is important, but there are some things that a person must learn on his own. A place where someone still thinks about you is a place you can call home. A dropout will beat a genius through hard work. If you don't share someone's pain, you can never understand them. People's lives don't end when they die. It ends when they lose faith. No single thing is perfect by itself. That's why we're born to attract other things to make up for what we lack. I think we start walking in the right direction only after we start getting our counterparts besides us. It's not always possible to do what we want to do, but it's important to believe in something before you actually do it. People become stronger because they have memories they can't forget. Religion, ideology, resources, land, spite, love, or just because. No matter how pathetic the reason, it's enough to start a war. War will never cease to exist. Reasons can be thought up after the fact. Human nature pursues strife. To know sorrow is not terrifying. What is terrifying is to know you can't go back to the happiness you could have. We are all like fireworks. We climb, we shine, and always go our separate ways and become further apart. But even when that time comes, let's not disappear like a firework and continue to shine forever. I hate perfection. To be perfect is to be unable to improve any further. We can't waste time worrying about the what-ifs. Mistakes are not shackles that halt one from stepping forward. Rather, they are that which sustain and grow one's heart. Hurt me with the truth, but never comfort me with a lie. Fear is not evil. It tells you what your weakness is, and once you know your weakness, you can become stronger as well as kinder. The moment you think of giving up, think of the reason why you held on so long. We don't have to know what tomorrow holds. That's why we can live for everything we're worth today. Moving on doesn't mean you forget about things. It just means you have to accept what's happened and continue living. Alone, you feel nothing but insecurity. That's why we form guilds. That's why we have friends. We walk together in order to live a strong life. Tears are how our heart speaks when your lips cannot describe how much we've been hurt. Being lonely is more painful than getting hurt. If you don't take risks, you can't create a future. You need to accept the fact that you're not the best and have all the will to strive to be better than anyone you face. No matter how hard or impossible it is, never lose sight of your goal. I don't want to conquer anything. I just think that the guy with the most freedom in this ocean is the Pirate King. Fools who don't respect the past are likely to repeat it. Forgetting is like a wound. The wound may heal, but it has already left a scar. Do you always want to live hiding behind the mask you put up for the sake of others? You're you, and there's nothing wrong with that. I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am the protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am the truth. Ally to good. Nightmare to you. If you win, you live. If you lose, you die. If you don't fight, you can't win. If you begin to regret, you'll dull your future decisions and let others make your choices for you. All that's left for you then is to die. Nobody can foretell the outcome. Each decision you make holds meaning only by affecting your next decision. Simplicity is the easiest path to true beauty. It's more important to master the cards you're holding than to complain about the ones your opponent was dealt. Not giving up on yourself is what's truly important. That way, you don't end up pathetic. The past is the past. We cannot indulge ourselves in memories and destroy the present. Whatever you lose, you'll find it again. But what you throw away, you'll never get back. I too will obtain everything that I desire, not because someone asked me to do it, but because I know in my heart that I have something worth fighting for. I must study lots of things, or I won't become a great person. Fake people have an image to maintain. Real people just don't care. Reject common sense to make the impossible possible. If you really want to be strong, stop caring about what your surrounding thinks of you. Don't beg for things. Do it yourself, or else you won't get anything. Fear is freedom. Subjugation is liberation. Contradiction is truth. Those are the facts of this world, and you will all surrender to them, you pigs in human clothing. Power comes in response to a need, not a desire. You have to create that need. I want you to be happy. I want you to laugh a lot. I don't know what exactly I'll be able to do for you, but I'll always be by your side. Do exactly as you like. That is the true meaning of pleasure. Pleasure leads to joy, and joy leads to happiness. How can you move forward if you keep regretting the past? In our society, letting others find out that you're a nice person is a very risky move. It's extremely likely that someone would take advantage of that. Don't live your life making up excuses. The one making your choices is yourself. If you only face forward, there is something you will miss seeing. It's just pathetic to give up on something before you even give it a shot. There's no shame in falling down. True shame is to not stand up again. If you can't do something, then don't. Focus on what you can. Giving up kills people. When people reject giving up, they finally win the right to transcend humanity. You can't sit around envying other people's worlds. You have to go out and change your own. Every journey begins with a single step. We just have to have patience. If your life can change once, your life can change again. Being weak is nothing to be ashamed of. Staying weak is. A teacher doesn't give up on her students just because things get tough. I refuse to let my fear control me anymore. Fear is not evil. It tells you what your weakness is. And once you know your weakness, you can become stronger as well as kinder. Anything can happen. No one ever thinks it will until it does. What will happen, happens. That's how the world is. The most important thing is to not let the tragedy defeat you, to believe that you can get through it. Don't be upset because of what you can't do. Do what you do best. Live as carefree and optimistically as you can, because some people aren't able to do that. Sometimes I do feel like I'm a failure, like there's no hope for me. But even so, I'm not going to give up. Ever. Who decides limits? And based on what? You said you worked hard? Well, maybe you need to work a little harder. Is that really the limit of your strength? Could you of tomorrow beat you today? Instead of giving in, move forward. If you believe in tomorrow and put yourself out there, you can naturally obtain your strength. That's how you will be able to smile and live strong. Do not think about other things. There's only one thing you can do. So master that one thing. Do not forget. What you must imagine is always that you, yourself, are the strongest. You do not need outside enemies. For you, the one you have to fight is none other than your own image. What you can't accomplish alone becomes doable when you're with someone else. You should never give up on life, no matter how you feel, no matter how badly you want to give up. A lesson without pain is meaningless. That's because no one can gain without sacrificing something. But by enduring that pain and overcoming it, he shall obtain a powerful, unmatched heart. You need to accept the fact that you're not the best and have all the will to strive to be better than anyone you face. What is right? What is wrong? In this mixed-up world, deciding what is right and wrong is not easy. You can't just go by somebody else's rules. If you let yourself be controlled like that, you'll just become a puppet that can't make decisions on its own. You have to live by your rules. I too will obtain everything that I desire, not because someone asked me to do it, but because I know in my heart that I have something worth fighting for. An excellent leader must be passionate because it's their duty to keep everyone moving forward. Thinking you're no good and worthless is the worst thing you can do. The moment you think of giving up, think of the reason why you held on so long. Hatred and sorrow are power. They are yours to control. All you have to do is to turn them into strength and use that strength to move forward. If nobody cares to accept you and wants you in this world, accept yourself and you will see that you don't need them and their selfish ideas. Life is not a game of luck. If you want to win, work hard. Knowing you're different is only the beginning. If you accept these differences, you'll be able to get past them and grow even closer. When you hit the point of no return, that's the moment it truly becomes a journey. If you can still turn back, it's not really a journey. You can die anytime, but living takes true courage. All we can do is live until the day we die, control what we can, and fly free. Life comes at a cost. Wouldn't it be arrogant to die before you've repaid that debt? Whatever you do, enjoy it to the fullest. That is the secret of life. The ticket to the future is always open. There are no regrets. If one can be proud of one's life, one should not wish for another chance. If you just submit yourself to fate, then that's the end of it. You can't always hold on to the things that are important. By letting them go, we gain something else. Don't be so quick to throw away your life. No matter how disgraceful or embarrassing it may be, you need to keep struggling to find your way out until the very end. The circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant, but it is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are. People with talent often have the wrong impression that things will go as they think. Just like games, no matter how well you have things lined up in your life, there's always something to keep you on your toes. Everything has a beginning and an end. Life is just a cycle of starts and stops. There are ends we don't desire, but they're inevitable. We have to face them. It's what being human is all about. Life and death are like light and shadow. They're both always there. But people don't like thinking about death. So subconsciously, they always look away from it. You can't win a game by doing nothing. And if someone else wins it for you, then you haven't accomplished anything. Life is the same way. Life is like a tube of toothpaste. When you've used all the toothpaste down to the last squeeze, that's when you've really lived. Live with all your might, and struggle as long as you have life. Even if we forget the faces of our friends, we will never forget the bonds that were carved into our souls. Protecting someone means giving them a place to belong, giving them a place where they can be happy. If you want to make people dream, you've got to start by believing in that dream yourself. When you give up, that's when the game ends. Why should I apologize for being a monster? Has anyone ever apologized for turning me into one? The world isn't perfect, but it's there for us, doing the best it can. That's what makes it so damn beautiful. The only home that a man should ever need is within his heart. If you keep on hiding your true feelings, who is going to be happy? If you are sad, you should say it out loud. It doesn't do any good to pretend you can't see what's going on. To act is not necessarily compassion. True compassion sometimes comes from inaction. If you're going to insist on gambling and then complain when you lose, you had better work on your game. Vision is not what your eyes see, but an image that your brain comprehends. Sometimes people are just mean. Don't fight mean with mean. Hold your head high. The best way to remove your lies is to make them come true. Hard work betrays none, but dreams betray many. It is at the moment of death that humanity has value. I want to change things. I want to believe that anything can be changed. The moment I met you, a new world opened up for me. You see, after wandering in the darkness for so long, a light brought me happiness. It's all thanks to you. It's the people close to your heart that can give you the most piercing wound. Love is a double-edged sword. It can heal the wound faster, or it can sink the blade even deeper. Sometimes it's necessary to do unnecessary things. When you lose sight of your path, listen for the destination in your heart. If even one quote lit a spark in you, hold on to it. That's how change begins. Subscribe for more wisdom, and remember, improvise, adapt, and overcome. Dr. Donovan, signing off.